smartphones that connect the globe, artificial intelligence that learns and creates, rockets that carry us towards the stars. We believe we live at the absolute peak of human ingenuity, a level of achievement unmatched in history. But what if that is not the whole story? What if the history we were taught in school left out the most important parts? What if I told you that ancient civilizations possessed technologies so advanced that they could actually rival our own? In this documentary, we will investigate 5 incredible ancient inventions that, according to our current timeline, simply shouldn't exist. Our journey begins now. Are you ready? Our first stop takes us to ancient Mesopotamia, near modern-day Baghdad, Iraq. In 1936, during the construction of a new railway, workers unearthed something unexpected. It wasn't gold or jewels. It was a simple, unassuming clay pot, an artifact over 2,000 years old, from a time we associate with chariots and swords. But the mystery wasn't the pot itself, but what was sealed inside it. A copper cylinder held in place by asphalt, and inside that, a single iron rod. Separately, these pieces are worthless, but together, they form a shocking hypothesis. This wasn't just a pot. This was a primitive electric cell, the Baghdad battery. Scientists discovered that if you simply fill the pot with an acidic liquid, like vinegar or grape juice, a chemical reaction occurs, generating a small but usable electric charge of about 1 volt. But the 1 volt question that has puzzled historians ever since is, what for? One of the most popular scientific theories is a process known as electroplating or gilding. This is the art of using a small electric current to coat a cheap metal with a thin, beautiful layer of a precious metal like gold. An ancient artist could have used several of these pots, linked together, to create intricate and affordable jewelry for the masses. A revolutionary idea, but other researchers propose an even stranger idea: medical use. We know the ancient Greeks and Romans used electric fish from the sea, which produced powerful shocks to numb the pain of headaches and arthritis. Could the Baghdad battery have been an attempt to replicate this natural phenomenon? An artificial, pain-relieving device? And finally, there's the most theatrical theory of all: divine intervention. Imagine an ancient priest wanting to demonstrate the power of the gods to his followers. He could have secretly connected these batteries to a metal statue or object in the temple. So when an unsuspecting follower touched the statue, they would feel a strange, tingling shock. Proof of the gods' immense and mysterious power. However, many mainstream archaeologists remain unconvinced. They propose a much simpler explanation: that these were not batteries at all, but simply high-quality, waterproof storage jars. The asphalt seal at the top would have perfectly protected sacred scrolls from moisture and decay. So what was it? A source of ancient power? Or simply a well-made container? The truth remains a mystery, but our journey into the past is just beginning. From the sands of Mesopotamia, we travel west to the heart of a legendary empire. An empire known for its power, its legions, and its incredible engineering marvels. But their greatest marvel holds a paradox. Look at our modern concrete structures. After only 50 or 100 years, they begin to decay. Now look at this. The Pantheon in Rome. Its magnificent dome is the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the entire world, and it has stood for nearly 2,000 years. So what was their secret? It wasn't just stone and water. The Romans had a key ingredient, a special type of volcanic ash called pozzolana. But it wasn't just what they used, it was how they used it. A process called hot mixing. This created a concrete with a magical ability, the power to heal itself. The secret lies in those hot mixing techniques. It created special brittle white chunks in the concrete called lime clasts. For centuries, historians thought these were signs of poor, sloppy mixing, but they weren't a mistake. They were the genius of the entire system. Here's how it worked. Imagine a tiny crack forms in the structure over centuries. Then rainwater begins to seep deep inside, reaching those lime clasts. This is the trigger. The water dissolves the clasts, releasing a flood of calcium-rich fluid. This fluid then travels through the crack and recrystallizes, hardening into new minerals. It effectively glues the crack shut from the inside, making the structure whole again. The concrete was essentially alive. It could feel damage and actively repair itself. A revolutionary technology that modern scientists are only now beginning to replicate. From Rome, our journey takes us across continents to the Han Dynasty in ancient China. This was an empire constantly threatened by a terrifying and unpredictable force of nature, earthquakes. The people believed they were signs of heavenly displeasure. But one man sought a scientific answer. His name was Zhang Heng, a brilliant astronomer, mathematician, and inventor. In the year 132 AD, he presented his most incredible creation to the imperial court. It wasn't a weapon or a piece of art. It was the world's first seismoscope, a magnificent bronze jar, nearly 2 meters in diameter, beautifully ornate. It was adorned with 8 dragons, each one facing a primary direction of the compass. And below each dragon, a bronze toad, with its mouth wide open, waiting. Zhang Heng had silenced the skeptics. His device was a triumph of scientific observation and engineering, an instrument built almost 2,000 years before modern seismographs could pinpoint an earthquake's origin. But not all ancient secrets were designed to save lives. Some were designed to take them. We travel now to the great city of Constantinople, capital of the Byzantine Empire, an empire that dominated the seas for centuries, thanks to a terrifying secret weapon. They called it Greek fire, a mysterious liquid substance that was projected from siphons at the front of their ships. But this was no ordinary fire. It possessed a terrifying, almost supernatural quality. It could not be extinguished with water. In fact, water seemed to make it burn hotter. This sticky liquid would cling to enemy ships, sailors, and the sea itself, burning everything to ash. Our final and most incredible invention wasn't found in a desert or a palace. It was found here, in the deep blue waters off the Greek island of Antikythera. The year is 1901. A team of sponge divers accidentally stumbles upon an ancient Roman shipwreck. They recover magnificent bronze and marble statues, priceless artifacts lost to time. And among the treasures, they find this, a shapeless, calcified lump of bronze, shattered into more than 80 fragments. For decades, it sat in a museum, dismissed as perhaps part of a broken clock or a simple tool. But a few curious researchers couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to this object. Using advanced 21st century technology, scientists use X-rays and CT scans to look inside. What they found inside, it was not supposed to exist. It would rewrite the history of science forever. Hidden inside were more than 30 intricate hand-cut bronze gears, a level of complexity that rivals a 19th century Swiss watch, but thousands of years older. But this was not a simple clock for telling time. It was something infinitely more complex. It was a sophisticated, mechanical cosmos, the world's first analog computer. Its purpose? To calculate and display the movements of the heavens. The front dial showed the positions of the sun and the moon against the zodiac constellations. The back dials were even more incredible. They predicted solar and lunar eclipses with pinpoint accuracy down to the very month, day, and even the hour. It also tracked the complex irregular movements of the 5 planets that were visible to the naked eye. And incredibly, it even served as a calendar for crucial social events, like the 4-year cycle of the Olympic Games. The existence of this single device rewrites everything we thought we knew about the ancient world's capabilities. Think about this. Technology this complex would not be seen again on Earth for another 1,400 years until the great astronomical clocks of medieval Europe. It raises a chilling question. What other knowledge, what other genius was lost to time? A message in a bottle from a lost world of science. The Baghdad battery, Roman concrete, the seismoscope, Greek fire, and the Antikythera mechanism. These are not just curiosities. They are echoes of forgotten genius. They prove that our ancient ancestors were not primitive, but brilliant innovators, capable of achievements that still challenge and inspire us today. Which of these inventions shocked you the most? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. To uncover more of history's lost secrets, subscribe to Viral Vortex and stay curious.